Hello, guys. So I finally got to watch Malaikottai Vaaliban day before yesterday. Um, so let's get to the reaction right away. So spoiler alert. I think I'm going to be talking about the movie. There'll be some spoilers. So if you've not watched the movie, I'll tell you like shortly what is going to be about. It's a typical LGP movie. Expect the unexpected. I think it's meant for hardcore LGP fans. If you are like an average Indian kind of an audience, you probably won't like it. But if you're an LGP fan, I think you'd love it. Okay, now let's get to the bullet points. So I've noted down a few things, right, so that I don't forget. I'll tell you what I liked about the movie. So it reminded me it's like I'm talking about the style in which the movie has been made. I i found it to be like a combination of Akira Kurosawa and Tarantino. So if where Akira Kurosawa meets Tarantino, it's it has that kind of style to it. So that's one thing, and there's a lot of like close-up shots and like funny angles, which I really liked. So lots of slow motion shots. I'm a huge fan of slow motion shots. Um, and when I say close-up, it's not just any close-up, right? This is this kind of macro, super zoomed in kind of um, close-up shots, and that too in slow motion, like so beautiful, like so poetic, and it's like watching like a painting, painting in motion. It was like that. I loved it. And the mise en scène, right? I've heard many reviewers mention this for many other movies, but even for the Nanpagal Nerathu Maikam. But in this movie, I felt it myself because I'm not like a very technical kind of a guy who looks at these kind of technical details while watching a movie. I'm not like a reviewer, and I'm not like a critic or anything, right? I'm just like an average, what do you call that, movie lover, right? But then I could see it myself, like the mise en scène, each and every object in the frame, right? It felt as if it was deliberately placed in that way, and as if like a stage play, right? They would you had to put these certain characters and certain things in one frame because that's all you got. You know what I mean? I think this each and every shot in this movie kind of reminded me, like it reflects this kind of stage play kind of feel. It gives you that kind of feel. And I don't notice these things, as I said, but in this movie it was a bit like obvious. And there's a lot of cryptic messaging, which is again common in LGB's movies. Although I've only watched two movies of his, but I'm planning to watch more of his after watching this movie. This encrypted information, and I think LGB is talking to a specific audience. It's like he's talking cryptically to a specific audience, and unless you are that, I don't think you'll completely understand what he's trying to say. I'm not 100% that. I know that he does this, so I kind of understand there's something cryptic going on, but I don't 100% understand what exactly. I haven't decoded the complete cryptic messaging in his movies, but it is obvious there's something more to it than what you see on the screen, right? You just have to read between the lines to, because there's a lot of symbolism. There's a lot of shy white symbolism in the movie. Uh, so before watching the movie, I watched a few reviews, as I mentioned, and there was this one YouTuber who had mentioned in the comment, there's something to do with Lord Shiva, Lord Muruga, this and that. I didn't I didn't I thought like, what bullshit is this the guy talking about? But then when I watched the movie, I realized, okay, yeah, because there's lots of times Mohanlal's character get referred to as Mail Vaganan, and Mail Vaganan everybody knows is it's Lord Muruga, and Lord Muruga is like a Tamil kadavul, it's a Tamil god, because you won't find Lord Muruga worshipped anywhere else in India except Tamil Nadu. And just like how Lord Ayappa is almost exclusively worshipped in Kerala, right? So this is why I've been saying, like, LJP identifies himself as a Tamil, maybe an ancient Tamil or like an ancient Dravidian, right? And his movies are mostly about conveying that to in a cryptic way, an interesting way. And that's my theory, right? So even in this movie, the protagonist is I think Lord Muruga, right? Because in the end, the climax, it kind of makes it obvious, because this is they show this Lord Shiva like character, this superhuman character, doing Hulk kind of jumps between one hilltop to another hilltop. I- that's when I was like, what? It was like, what is going on all of a sudden, right? So, see, even throughout the movie, there are like things that they show here and there, where when Mohanlal is fighting in a wrestling, then he would uh, pose in a certain way or stand in a certain way. You would all of a sudden, do things that would make you wonder, like, what like, is that even possible? That kind of stuff. But then I didn't take that seriously, because I thought, okay, maybe it's just it choreographed in a funny way. But then in the end, I realized that probably was deliberate. You know what I mean? And then this Ayanar's character, right? This Mohanlal's godfather. Whenever he stomps his foot, there's thunder in the background. Like every single time this happens. I don't know what's the meaning behind it, but I know there's something superhuman about it. So that's why I'm saying, like, there's probably a like mythological angle to this whole story. So Ayanar is probably Lord Ayappa, and even the flashback that Mohanlal's godfather narrates to this other antagonist about it kind of refers to Lord Shiva, because they show his um, face while the story is being narrated. So since I'm not like an expert in Hindu religion or mythology, I don't 100% grasp what he's trying to convey, but I'm sure that there's something mythological that he's dealing with this in this movie, and it's very interesting, and I can't wait to watch part two. Part two is going to be mostly about Lord Shiva facing Lord Muruga, right? Vanjikote Valiban. There's this Tamil movie called Vanjikote Vaaliban. I think that's where the title of this movie is probably inspired by Malaikottai Vaaliban. But Vanchikote is in Tiruchi, but then in this movie they say Ambattur Malakotai, right? I'm not sure if there was a Malakotai in the past in Ambattur because Ambattur is in Chennai. For now, I don't think there is any Malakotai in Ambattur, although I could be wrong, right? There could be some kote or something like that in Ambattur. Ambattur, first of all, I'm not even sure if it's a Malay. It's like a flat land, I think. 'Cause Chennai is mostly a flat land. Chennai is not like a hilly region. It's like a coastal flat land. So that was and why the Spanish slash Portuguese they come into picture in this movie? I don't understand that. But if it's a mythological kind of a movie, if it's dealing with mythological characters, why the Spanish the colonialists come into picture? So which puts this movie in a time period somewhere after the 15th century, right? That's when Vasco da Gama came to India. But I don't understand the reasoning behind it. What LJB is trying to convey? Is he saying our Hindu belief systems are hardly less than 500 years old, or I don't know, because it's much older than that, isn't it? So did I like the movie? I love the movie. Again, LJB man is a wacko. He's a weirdo in a good kind of way. But keep being this mad scientist, LJP. We want you to remain that way. I'll see you guys in another video. Bye bye.